we're all on the roller coaster ride. One day we wake up in the morning and we're all ready and, we're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have some great things for the fall. And then the next day you wake up and go, oh my God, what was I thinking? I feel terrible today.
Welcome to the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast. I'm here today with Trish Tonaj, and we are going to talk about marketing. Trish is my coach and also a very helpful business entrepreneur person in the community. So tell us about what you want to discuss today, Trish.
Well, I think that what's really interesting right now that everybody's struggling with is marketing. How do we try to connect with our clients when we are practicing social distancing and, we don't have an opportunity to meet folks face to face. So I think it's really important to start to look at some new alternatives.
Yeah. And then you said now's the time to get in front of your logo and market your personality. Be out there, I'm assuming. So tell us about that.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm certainly finding when I talk to folks like yourself is that you're having to now really talk a little bit about your personality. You have to get out from behind the logo. We kind of hide behind the logo. We need to get out from behind the logo and start to give people an idea about who we really are as people. And I think the other thing that's really important right now is we really can't sell.
Yes.
We have to be more service oriented, right? So it's not to say that you don't talk about your product or service, but instead of trying to do the hard sell, I think we need to do a real soft sell where we're talking a little bit more about how we can serve our individual communities.
What kind of services we offer, things we can do to help clients. A lot of this podcast is targeted to realtors. So it would be, I guess, what can realtors do to still keep in touch with their clients? But
I think what's really important, every single realtor has something that sets them apart from their competition.
Yes.
Whether it's something that they do a little bit differently, whether it's the way that they market their listings. And that goes for every entrepreneur, I think. We all have, there's lots of coaches as an example. I'll use myself as an example. There's oodles and oodles of coaches out there. But what do I do that's different than everybody else? And that's really what we have to try and concentrate on in our social media platforms. So if there was ever before more of an interest and energy to be put into social media, it's now, because that's really the only way that we can connect at the moment with clients, other than doing these wonderful things like podcasts or videos and Zooms and all of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
We really need to reach a wider target market, and the only way that we can do that is through social.
Yeah. And they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So what do you think is going to make people stronger in this once COVID is over, or right now? What can they do?
What I really think it's resilience. And with everyone that I'm speaking with, we're talking about, having a positive attitude and a positive mindset is going to give you positive results.
Yeah.
So I think everybody knows that this situation is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
We are at some point in time going to go back to being able to conduct business in a more normal manner. But I think what everybody realizes is what we took advantage of before as considering to be the norm is no longer going to be sort of normal in the future.
Yeah.
There's going to be little nuances and changes to the way that we do things. And I think that's probably going to be for the better.
Yeah, that's true. So you talked about marketing, get in front of your logo, get from behind your logo, and do not sell right now, like hard sell. What else can you say to entrepreneur and realtors in their marketing?
I think the really important thing is now's the time to work on the business when we can't work in the business. So, things like your strategic plan, how are you going to tweak it for the fall? Take a look at your marketing planner and what differences do you need to see? What new platforms do you need to introduce? I mean, you've done some really great posts in the last little while targeted toward realtors on various different ways that, you and I even spoke on a few of the different platforms, the way in which, folks probably aren't going to want to have all kinds of people traipsing through their house anymore for a listing. So how are you going to deal with that? How are you going to combine the personality of the house to a potential buyer? I think that flexibility is really going to come into play in the next few weeks. And I think the really cool thing is, we really become very innovative when we're very uncomfortable.
Yes. Yes, that's a really good one. What do you think is going to come out of this in innovation in terms of business and positive changes?
You know, I've been asking lots of folks, what's your new definition for success? Because I think that's going to change dramatically. You know,
Yes.
I think where people may have said, okay, Trish, I want to do, you know, this amount is needs to be my take home pay in order for me to manage or upkeep my lifestyle. I think now it's going to be, maybe I only want to work 4 days a week. Or maybe I want to take a look at bringing some new collaborative partners on board, so that, especially for realtors, because it's a 24/7 business, right? I mean, it never turns off.
No.
So I think we may find people collaborating, right? And maybe folks will say, okay, let's combine our efforts so that, you know, I'll take the 9 to 5 and you take the 5 to 10 shift, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that they'll become, yeah, they're going to have to start to combine efforts, I think.
Yeah. So you're seeing lots of innovation, collaboration in the future. So those are really, really positive. So that's actually really good.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that I've noticed is it's also a roller coaster ride. So, you know, as you know, I'm a regular contributor to Thrive Global, and I wrote my post on Sunday about, you know, we're all on the roller coaster ride. One day we wake up in the morning and we're already in, you know, we're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have some great things for the fall. And then the next day you wake up and go, oh my God, what was I thinking? I feel terrible today. I don't want to get out of bed. So I think we need to give ourselves permission to kind of feel those peaks and valleys, because that's normal, right?
Yeah, totally.
None of us has been through this before.
No, it's all new. Yeah, for everyone.
It's yeah, it's new for everybody. So everyone is navigating the same kind of change, which I think is really cool, irregardless of the business that you're in. We're all trying to do things a little bit differently and make little tweaks here and there. And what I think is going to be really cool, to your point, is what is going to be everybody's new definition of success when all of this is over.
Yeah, yeah. What do you feel would be a great advice for wellness or keeping healthy, keeping positive, but the mindset throughout this?
Well, you know, as you know, I'm also a certified personal trainer.
Yeah.
So for me, it's movement and exercise and, you know, healthy food. I don't know about you, but I mean, I love sugar. So for me, when I'm feeling really uncomfortable, I'm going through the cupboards and trying to find, you know, where's that sugar? Where's the chocolate and the cookies and all of those things? But we really do need to try to keep to the healthy snacks, because, you know, more leafy greens, more fruits and vegetables, you know, obviously the same amount of protein, but we really can't sort of be diving into all that comfort food in the off times, watching Netflix or, you know, doing board games with our family and friends, whether it's virtual or in person, because that doesn't make us feel better the next day.
No.
So, and one of the other things I've been talking about with folks is, you know, a number of us have started a brand new journal just for COVID-19.
Oh,
And
that's
we're writing, it's really kind of cool because you're writing down the emotions that you experience in the day
hmm.
and what light bulb moments you're kind of experiencing. And then we'll be able to go back through that journal of the various different daily entries and kind of see where things actually changed. Where did we pivot? What
Yeah.
was the thing we were thinking about that day that made us really change our direction or think of something new?
Hmm.
Um, and I think that's going to be really neat at the end of this experience, to be able to sort of flip through those pages and have a look at what we were thinking and feeling as we went through the experience.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one. That's very cool. Hmm. What else would you say to someone who's like on the couch waiting for this to pass? Like, how do you shake that person?
Well, you know, I'm not saying that that's not a really good idea, because I think we're all watching our fair share of Netflix.
Yes.
But one of the things that we have, yeah, or some kind of movies, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually suggesting to folks, try to keep to a routine. Get up at the same time every morning.
Yeah.
Get dressed and showered as if you're going to work. You know, don't stay in your PJs all day, because that's just going to be demotivating. You know, eat your meals at the same time every day. Make a commitment to exercise and do this kind of things. Like, seriously, book virtual meetings or conversations with friends at certain times of the day, the afternoon and the evening, because it'll make the time pass by quicker. And
Yeah.
it will also give you that face to human connection, is really what we need, right?
Yes. Wow, this is great. This is awesome. Thank you. So you're continuing to launch your Share Your Stories. Anything you want to tell us about where we can find you or where we should find more information about what you do?
Sure, sure. You know, the Share Your Stories online initiative could not be more important than it is right now,
Yeah.
right?
So inspiring.
So if you go to the online platform, there's 3 questions for you to answer. It really gives you an opportunity to increase your visibility and encourage some connections and collaboration within your own community. And it really gives you a chance to get out from behind that logo and
Yeah.
let people know a little bit about who you are. Who's the person behind the business? I
Yeah.
think that's what's really important. And then we're going to share your story on social and we're going to tag you on each post. So it's a really great way to make some new connections and it's free. So what have you got to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
Share your story on our platform and you never know who you might connect with.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. I'll share your link to your Share Your Story.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you, Maude.
Thanks for coming on the episode today.
And do keep up all this really great work and getting people to move outside their comfort zone and talk about their business.
Yes, thank you.